Alright, what's going on, family? It's your boy Terrell Bennett back with another video, man. And in this week's video, I'm going to be talking about the truth about being a funded trader. I feel like a lot of people have been, hitting me up about getting funded with my Forex funds and all this stuff. And, it's this big craze about getting funded, which is a great thing because I feel like, undercapitalization is a big problem with a lot of traders coming into this industry, myself included. And I feel like funding is a great way to build your own capital. That way you can trade your own capital eventually, or you can max everybody out and have millions of dollars in funding. But I want to talk about the truth of being funded, and we're gonna get right into it, man. The first thing is you have to take this funding challenge, the funded account, the funding company off of a pedestal, right? And realize that nothing is going to change when it comes to trading except for the money, right? Going through these funded challenges and going through these and getting funded, nothing should change about your trading. The way that you approach the market, the way that you do your technical analysis, if you have morning routines or whatever the case is, nothing should change in that regard. Because if you're already profitable, then all you're gonna do is translate that over and start to make more money when you get funded. You know what I'm saying? So first things first, we have to take these things off of a pedestal. If you fail a challenge, it's fine. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. Reevaluate and get back to it. You know what I'm saying? If you get funded and lose an account, I did that. You know what I'm saying? And to be completely honest with y'all, I just lost my funded account with my Forex funds now, a few days ago. You know what I'm saying? And it's just me being honest and transparent with y'all, you know what I'm saying? And I'll go into why I lost it in the first place. But my first account that I lost, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Reevaluate, because I'm not going anywhere. Reevaluate and get back to it. You know what I'm saying? So take it off of a pedestal. It's not this big gigantic thing. You know what I'm saying? And when you do get funded, it is a great accomplishment. Pat yourself on the back, but that's when the real work starts. Because we go into this funding from talking to a lot of people that have lost accounts, and even people that have lost challenges. We go into it thinking that this is gonna be the thing that's gonna change our lives, and it could be, but we don't stick to the plans, especially going through the funding challenges and getting funded. You don't stick to the script of how you got funded. You know what I'm saying? There's a psychological battle that goes off in your head when you get funded, and I'll talk about that later on in the video. But understand that this is not this, don't build it into a mountain, because it's not, right? If you fail, okay, that's fine. Reevaluate and go back in and try again. You know what I'm saying? If you get funded and you lose the account, figure out why you lost the account. You know what I'm saying? Figure out, go through your trading and figure out where you went wrong and go back at it again. But these challenges and these funded accounts it's not a big mountain, right? And a lot of people going to it with desperation, knowing the potential of it, but you coming at it in the wrong way. So first things first, man, take it off of a pedestal. It's not that big of a deal, really. You know what I'm saying? Because if you fail it, you can get it. And if you got it once, you can get it again. I've done that, right? Number two, all right, make sure that you are mentally prepared for funding, right? Most people want to jump straight to a $100,000 account, $200,000 account, $300,000 account, and you were trading a $5,000 account, your personal account was $5,000. And I'm gonna tell y'all a story. When I lost my first account, that's what happened. I wasn't mentally prepared for that big financial leap. And because I was trading a $6,000 account, that was my personal money, and I jumped to a $100,000 account. So the lot sizes got bigger, you know what I'm saying? And with FTMO, granted, you only trading, you only really get $10,000, but the risk, the leverage is different. So me risking $1,000 on a trade, that lot size is different from me risking $200 on a trade, right? So in my personal account, I was just getting to the point where I was trading a standard lot, you know what I'm saying? Or 1.5s. But jumping to FTMO, I was trading a 5 lot, and I wasn't prepared for that drawdown. I wasn't prepared for those profits, you know, the way it looked on the screen. And that threw me off mentally. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like for the first 2 or 3 weeks of my challenge, like I wasn't, like, I didn't get it. Like I was like, God damn, like I'm really emotional, and I haven't been emotional for months. And it's because I wasn't mentally prepared to see that type of drawdown, and I wasn't mentally prepared to see that type of profits, because going from having a trading style where I'm getting a 2 to 1, 3 to 1, you know, for an example, if you risking $100 and you getting a 2 to 1 or 3 to 1, that's $200, $300. Now you've jumped into this different league where you're risking $1,000 a trade, and you're not waiting to get to $2,000 or $3,000. You up $1,000 and you excited. Oh, this is my first $1,000 day. I'm gonna close the trade. So your risk to reward is all messed up. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that you are mentally prepared. The biggest advice that I would give y'all, if you're going for a $100,000 challenge, and if you've never traded that before, then start a demo. Start up a demo. And I know people frown upon demo and don't nobody want to trade demo, but do it for a few weeks. That way you can get used to seeing that type of drawdown and those type of numbers. Now this is second nature to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't trip on a 5 lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to push it to where I'm trading 10 lots consistently. But I don't trip on that because my brain is used to seeing that, and my brain is used to seeing that type of drawdown. So even when I get my $300,000 account, $600,000, whatever the case, $1 million in funded, I'm gonna gradually grow, and I'm gonna experience these types of drawdowns where I'm comfortable with that. So even when I get to the point where I got a $300,000 account, best believe I'm gonna take out a $300,000 demo, and I'm gonna get used to seeing that type of drawdown, because I don't want to get emotional in them situations and lose it all. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that you are mentally prepared. That is super, super important. Don't jump the gun. You know what I'm saying? I know that you want to get to the money fast, but don't jump. Like, this is a long-term game. I play the long game. You know what I'm saying? And that goes into why I lost this funded account with my Forex fund, because I went from thinking about the long-term game to the short-term money, right? It was pure greed why I lost my funded account. And that was coming off of the biggest month that I had in my trading career. You know, profiting $20,000. That was the biggest month that I've had up until this point. And I got greedy because last month I had an $8,000 day, I had a $7,000 day. And going into January, my whole goal was I want to make $10,000 in a day. I want to make $10,000 in a day. And I kept trying to force it. So that goes into the third lesson, which is control your greed and be grateful for your profits, right? That is so important when you get to funding status and you start to make money. Like, be grateful for the money that you're making, whether it's a $500 day, a $1,000 day, a $250 day, a $3,000 day, whatever the case is. Like, be grateful for those profits, because in my old job, I was getting paid, you know, $5,000, $5,500 a month, but I could easily wake up and make that in a day. And I wasn't being grateful for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, my whole focus was I want to make 10 grand in a day. And that blinded me from everything. And because I was so focused and I was chasing that, it kept running from me. You know what I'm saying? And in return, like, I just went in the drawdown and I couldn't pull myself out of it. So I ended up losing the funded account with my Forex funds. But it's okay. It is what it is. I know exactly. And like, I was just talking to my homeboy yesterday, and he was like, oh, nah. And I'm like, it's cool, bruh. Because it was a lesson in that I needed to learn. I needed to be grateful for the $1,000 days that I was having. Because it was times throughout January where I was up 3 grand, 4 grand, and I didn't take profit. Because I was forcing it and I was trying to get to, you know, that 10 grand day, even if I was at a level of structure where I should be taking profit. Nah, the market's gonna push, it's gonna push, it's gonna push, it's gonna push. Nah, it's gonna retrace. And then that 4 grand winner turned into a $2,000 loser. You know what I'm saying? And that was just pure greed. And it's just me being honest and vulnerable with y'all, because I feel like a lot of people don't do that. I don't got shit to hide, man. Honestly, I really don't, because I'm gonna try it again and I'm gonna get it again. And it's just, you know, taking all these lessons that I'm taking and you know, and making sure that I learn from them. I mean, taking all these mistakes that I'm making and making sure that I learn from them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be right back at it again with another funded account. And I know moving forward that I always be grateful for the profit that you can take from the market, because there's somebody out there that can't get 5 pips in profit, let alone 100 pips. They can't even make $2, let alone 2,000. You know what I'm saying? And also, how I always rationalize it in my head is that if I make $2,000 in a day, there's somebody that's not even making $2,000 in a month. They working a whole job and they not even making $2,000 in a month. And I just made that in a day. If I made $5 grand in a day, bro, that's what I used to make in my job in a whole month, 30 days, bro. So be grateful for what the market gives you. Be grateful for what the market gives you. Always be grateful. You know what I'm saying? And cut off the greed, man. Don't be greedy, because those $10,000 days is gonna come. I was pushing so hard to make $10,000 in a day on a $100,000 account, when all I had to do was just lock in a $200,000 account, $300,000 account, and a 10 grand day would be clockwork for me. It'd be clockwork. That'd just be a normal day. But I was just trying to rush the process, and because I was trying to rush it, I got bit in the ass. You know what I'm saying? And that shit happens. So, you know, I'm gonna take that shit on the chin. I'm gonna get back to it and make it happen, man. So, you know, I wanted to just give y'all this lessons that I've learned from, you know, being funded and losing my accounts. And, you know, and I hope that you can take that and learn from my mistakes, you know what I'm saying? And understand that, like, this is not a game. Like, when you get funded, this shit is real. And the money is life-changing. It really is. But it won't be life-changing if you don't stick to your script. So always stick to your script. Always follow your plan. And, you know, wake up every single day and just try to get better. You know what I'm saying? Don't take the losses as losses. Take them as lessons. And try to get better, man. But I'm going to cut this video short. You know, follow me on Instagram, man. The link will be in the description below. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And remember, man, all pressure, all precision, all performance. I'll see y'all next week. Let's get it.